Well, hi, everybody. It's John Elzinga, and welcome back to It's a Great Day to Serve the Lord. And today I want to talk about glorifying God in our work. Glorifying God in our work. Recently, I was at the home of a friend, and we had kind of an event at his house. And after kind of everybody had gone, another friend and myself, we were looking at this friend's furniture. He and his wife had amassed, oh man, a lot of antique furniture over the years. And we were looking at one particular piece, one table, and we were looking at the detail of it. We were commenting, the other friend was commenting on the ornate, detailed craftsmanship that was built into this table. There was a craftsman that built this table. And our thought was kind of an offhanded comment was, there's not much of that today anymore. Not a lot of craftsmanship anymore. Or at least it's not appreciated for what it was, what it is, what went into that piece of furniture. And I'm using the word craftsmanship because craftsmanship is a particular kind of excellence that we don't talk about a lot, we don't use the word a lot, and it goes way beyond furniture. In fact, it goes to every task, every job, every career, every industry in the world. And that's the thing that I want to focus in on, is just how God has designed us to do things in an excellent way, in an excellent way, as if we were craftsmen in whatever we did. In fact, he fills us, each person, he fills us with the ability to design things, to make things, to build things, to sell things, to engineer things, and to teach others how to do that. Those with the inclination to do certain things, we can teach those things, pass that on in terms of how to be a craftsman, how to do excellence. The big why of all of this is because it glorifies God. It gives him praise. All excellence, you see, is God's excellence. All craftsmanship is God's craftsmanship. So let me share the scripture with you. It's a little bit long, so hang in there. And it highlights and focuses in on skill and ability and craftsmanship. But it's kind of obscure, this scripture, in terms of how do we apply this to the present world. It's when God told Israel to build the tabernacle, God through Moses telling Israel to build the tabernacle. There's a couple of scriptures, starting with Exodus chapter 35, verse 10. It says, and pay attention to the words used here, all who are skilled among you, that is to say craftsmen, are to come and make everything the Lord has commanded. Verse 25, every skilled woman spun with her hands and brought what she had spun in blue and purple and scarlet yarn and fine linen. Verse 30, then Moses said to the Israelites, see that the Lord has chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and he has filled them with the Spirit of God, with wisdom, with understanding, with knowledge, and with all kinds of skills, to make artistic designs for work in gold and silver and bronze, to cut and set stones, to work in wood and engage in all kinds of artistic crafts. And he has given both him and Aholiab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, the ability to teach others to do that as well, to pass that on. He has filled them with skill to do all kinds of work as engravers and designers and embroiderers in blue and purple and scarlet yarn and fine linen and weavers, all of them skilled workers and designers. Then to chapter 36, verse 2, then Moses summoned Bezalel and Aholiab and every skilled person to whom the Lord had given ability and who was willing to come to do the work. And verse 8, all those who were skilled among the workers, again craftsmen, made the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen and blue and purple and scarlet yarn, with cherubim woven into them by their expert hands. Notice, did you hear? The emphasis on skill. It's the same as you would think of a craftsperson, a craftsman. Let me run down the list once again. All who are skilled. Every skilled woman spun with her hands. Bezalel has filled him with the Spirit of God with all kinds of skills to make artistic designs, the ability to teach others. He has filled them with skill to do all kinds of work as engravers and designers, embroiderers and weavers. He has woven into them by expert hands. We can extrapolate this out into our world and see that it applies to any work, any kind of task, any career, any industry. We are able, those that God has given us the skill, we are able to be craftspersons, craftsmen in all things. And so, three things that I want to highlight about the why of work and how that fits with the idea of being craftspeople, craftsmen in whatever we do. Number one, we are made in the image of God. Number two, He is our motivation. And number three, it's part of our life balance. Number one, we're made in the image of God. Genesis 1:27 says, "So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them." One of God's characteristics is His function as the creator. He is a creational being, and God made us creational beings as well. You see, He embedded within creation, God did, other things that we can find and discover and co-create, so to speak, to make, to work on. You see, work itself is a creational activity. We create and manage what we create in work, in our occupation. Managing, sorting, sustaining, delivering is all part of an overall creational activity. And when we do, we can do it as my friend and I, in my other friend's home, we're standing back and admiring that piece of furniture. We can stand back and admire and appreciate the work that we've done. It's fine craftsmanship. Genesis 1:31 said, God saw all that He had made, and it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. Now watch this. When God saw all that He made, do you see the imagery there? He saw, he examined, He looked at, He appreciated, He enjoyed the result of His craftsmanship. God being the ultimate craftsman. And it says it was very good. But think about that a minute. Good here is more than good. Consider, what does good mean here? Does that mean it was average? Was it a C plus, a B? How about an A or an A plus? Even better than that. Good here shows God standing back and admiring His work. And by implication, we should be able to stand back and admire our work as well. And because we were designed to give God glory, our work should give Him glory. Number two, God is our motivation. The questions of why we do what we do should never be answered, I have to, I need to, it's an obligation, I need the income, or even it's for my family. You see, a craftsman wants to do his or her work and do it for God's glory. It's why many years ago, I came up with the phrase, it's a great day to serve the Lord. Implicit in that phrase, what I wanted to communicate It's a great day to serve the Lord. Is today, whatever I do, whatever task I put my hand to, whatever thing that God puts before me, I'm doing it for Him, for His glory, that He can appreciate it, that He can admire it. We do it for the glory of God. And number 3, now watch this. It's also considers part of our life balance. It's not workaholism here. You see, there's a warning to be given when our work overtakes us and we become obsessed with our work. We are not doing all to the glory of God. You see, implicit in the whatever you do it all for the glory of God, is the whatever part of it. Or you could say in everything. In everything is not one thing. It's not just our work, but all the roles that you have in life. What are those roles? Are you a spouse? Are you a father, a mother, a brother or sister, a son, a daughter? Maybe you're a member of a church, a body of believers. That's part of your role too, to be a worshiper of God together in the body of believers, to be connected up to other people within the body, and to be a server of others. You can be a craftsman in your marriage, designing and creating a great marriage in your family relationships and in your friendships. And so, my friend, let me leave you with the story from the beginning. At the beginning of this, at my friend's home, with my other friend, admiring the craftsmanship in our friend's antique furniture. As we took note of the detail, we considered the work that went into it, almost as if it stood by itself, like a piece of art, useful, but also beautiful. And as I stood back and admired it, all I could think of was, may God be glorified. And so it is with you, my friend, as you go about your day and your week, in your work. Can you stand back and admire what you've done and say, to God be the glory? That's your devotion for today and for this week. If you have supported this channel, thank you very much. If you'd like to support it, let me know by emailing me at john@johnelzinga.com, and I'll send you a link which you can send a donation. Well, God bless you, and remember, it's a great day to serve the Lord.